delivered homemade oatmeal raisin cookies to a nursing home. Every time I picked a litter, uh, every time I picked a litter or took a homeless kitten or let somebody who seemed more hurried and harried than I ahead of me in the grocery store checkout line. The message hit the hardest the summer Caroline came into my life. She was standing in 90-degree heat in the parking lot of the Tiny Branch library I just had hard to manage. Hey, all right. Hey, she said, as I fumbled it to unlock the door. Aren't you the new library lady? I am, I told her. Who are you? Caroline, she said, and I just turned 10. I thought Caroline was certainly the smallest 10-year-old I've ever seen, but it was clear that she could read, for she had obviously noted the sign on the door that said children less than 10 years old must be accompanied by a parent. Come on in here where it's cool, Caroline, I said. Let's see if we can find you some good books. We did, and because not one other person entered the library for the first 2 hours it was open, we had plenty of time to enjoy those books. I read to Caroline for a while, and then she read to me. I helped her find little kid-friendly games to play on the computer. I showed her where the restroom and the water fountain were. But as the morning became afternoon, my stomach began to growl. I bought a sack lunch. I brought a sack lunch. When you're running in one person operation, there's no one going out for a meal. There's no going out for a meal. But I hate to eat in front of Caroline. Don't you think you ought to head home and get some lunch? I finally asked. Her eyes narrowed and she shook her head. Nobody's home at my house. Did your parents give you something to eat? My mom locks the door every morning when she goes to work. She won't be home till dark. I turned away so that Caroline wouldn't see the tears welling up in my eyes. And of course I shared my bologna sandwich and tangerine and Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie with her. She stayed at the library all day. And as I watched her curled up in the yellow beanbag chair in the cool and quiet, reading Clifford, the Big Red Dog, and Horton, the elephant, and Amelia Bedelia, I couldn't help but wonder how many other children there were in this little town and in my big world, locked out and lonely and left to fend for themselves. There were millions, no doubt. Just think about them made me want to weep, to gnash my teeth, to wring my hands in despair. How could I possibly make a dent in such a problem, in such a big problem? Then I remembered the story of the man walking down the beach, picking up starfish and throwing them one at a time back into the ocean so they wouldn't die. Every day, the whole summer long, Caroline was waiting for me when I pulled into the library parking lot and climbed out of my car holding two sack lunches. She'd help me unlock the door and turn on the lights and fire up the computers. And then she'd plop down in the yellow bag chair and grin at me. Let's start with Orton hatches the egg, she'd say. It's true. One library lady in one little town couldn't make a difference in every child on the mean streets of this planet, but I could make a difference in one.
It's a great story, Gramps.
Isn't that a good